So today we are doing a fun video. I tweeted out saying to ask us anything you guys want to know about mine and Carly's relationships with our boyfriend. Our boyfriend.
We share.
I forget that I am now engaged.
Her fiance, my boyfriend.
If you guys need advice with your relationships, online dating, creating online dating profiles, any questions or concerns you have with dating in general or online dating in general, we are here to give you that advice because we are professionals.
Yeah.
But we're both like in our late 20s, so we've definitely like been through a lot. We've had similar experiences, different experiences, so I think it's always good to kind of get advice from people who are from different walks of life.
Who know everything.
Who know literally everything there is to know about relationships. The first question is, how did you guys meet TJ and Bruce?
And if you don't know, TJ is her fiance and Bruce is my boyfriend. So Bruce and I met on a dating app, which is kind of weird because I never took dating apps seriously. Neither did Erin, really. And I was honestly just like scrolling, matching with everybody, and then I randomly just wanted to talk to him and it just sort of worked out. I actually invited him. I'm really weird. Like when I first meet someone, I don't want to go on a date.
This is so funny.
I know, I don't like first dates. Like I hate the awkwardness.
Yeah.
It's like over dramatic, like just hang out.
Yeah.
So I invited him to karaoke where all of us were, like Erin, Zane was there, Christine Sedalco.
Yeah, it was like all of our friends.
Yeah, and obviously everyone's like drunk and crazy. And I invited him and he brought two of his friends. And for me, that was like the most comfortable thing.
Yeah, like a group
I love
hang.
that. Yeah. And at first he was, because we're friends with a lot of guys.
Yes.
And at first he was like, I wonder if like she's into someone here.
And like Zane is just like shit-faced and all over everyone.
yeah, he's probably like kissing our cheeks and stuff. So he came to that and he survived, and then we just kind of started hanging out like literally since that day.
No, and then he invited you somewhere and you were like, oh, can my friend Andrew and...
Oh, no. He invited me to his friend's house the next night and I was gonna bring you. Because
Yeah.
we went to a concert and I was like, okay, we'll go after. And then you wanted to go home and like go to bed or something. And I was like, okay, don't really want to go by myself. So I invited two of my guy friends who literally just wanted to hang out. And I was like, okay, I'll be comfortable. So I bring them, and obviously to a guy inviting a girl, it's confusing because I'm bringing two guys. And he was just like, I think she just likes me as a friend, which, oops, it all worked out. We've been dating for like 2.5 years now. So I think it's crazy that it's worked out because of the way we met, but I think it's becoming so normal now.
It definitely is. TJ and I also met on a dating app. Some of you may have heard of it. It is called Bumble, and they also happen to be our amazing sponsor for this video.
Surprise!
And I'm so happy because it's literally like without the app, I wouldn't have this ring on my finger.
It's true.
We'd never know each other. It's so bizarre to me because I'm just like, how did I meet this person?
Yeah.
Carly and I literally used apps as like, just like a form of entertainment.
Literally to be funny.
Yeah. I was just like on Bumble one day, swiping. And the cool thing about Bumble, for me, what set it apart from other dating apps was that the girls could talk first.
Mm-hmm.
So if you swipe on someone and you match, like I would be the one to start a conversation. So right off the bat, that made me feel so much more comfortable than just like a random guy sliding into your DMs being like, sup ho. But so I was going through one day and then I saw TJ and I noticed that I was in his picture out of a movie, literally out of a movie. And so then I swiped on him and then we matched, and then I DM'd him and I was like, wow, I can't believe that you're using my picture to pick up girls.
So
Which was like, and he was just like, what? And I was like, I'm literally in your picture.
what a good icebreaker.
I know.
Like, you don't have to be like, what's up? It's like, hey, I'm in your Bumble pic.
And we just kind of like started talking from there. So I was in his picture because he throws a party in LA and Carly and I would go to it all of the time. And then I was just like dancing on stage one night and I was like in the background of a very professional photo, which was like so hilarious.
I remember when you showed me, you're like, I'm in the back of this. I was like, what?
Yeah. And then we just kept talking and now we're engaged 3 years later, and wow, what a journey it's been. Not only like, it's so weird because I feel TJ and I now talk about how we feel like at some point in time we were like meant to meet, because I gave him my number and the area code is a Massachusetts number. So when I texted him, he was like, oh, are you from Massachusetts? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh no, I went to school out there. Then we got to talking, and it turns out that his parents grew up in the town next to me. Like my rival high school,
You're
everything.
meant to hate each other.
Like literally, but they wound up moving him to Utah when he was like 10 months old.
Oh.
So he never went to school there, like nothing. But if he hadn't, like we probably would know who each other were.
Yeah, weird.
I remember when our parents met for the first time, my dad and his dad were talking and they used to work at the same company together and like didn't know each other.
They didn't know each other?
No.
That's
Isn't that
so weird.
so
So
crazy?
intertwined.
How long have you and Carly been dating?
Guys.
How did you guys find such good mans and where can I get one? Download Bumble. I'm telling you.
I've been single since I was 16. I'm 24 now. And I suck at meeting people. I feel awkward and uncomfortable talking to people on apps. How do you make friends? How do you get boys to like you? Maybe if you feel uncomfortable on apps, you can, if you are interested in dating apps like Bumble, you could match and then immediately like start a little conversation and get their number and maybe call if that makes you feel better than like talking on the dating app. I've heard some people don't even like to be texting and everything for a while because they like to start off their relationship in person.
Yeah.
Just like because it is like not natural as humans to just be like seeing a screen and forming a relationship that way.
It's definitely like I know that for me, especially with TJ, it was like we exchanged a few words and then immediately like made plans to go out.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's the best, and it's speedy. It's like, okay, let's see if the person's gonna work out. If not, I won't waste my time.
Yeah.
There's so much pressure on first dates too.
Yeah.
Because it's like not only is it like potentially interested, it's like we have to be holding a conversation
The
over
whole
dinner,
time.
and it's like, how do you know how to do that when you don't even know a person? But the thing about how do I get boys to like me is like don't even think about that.
Oh
just
yeah,
like,
just be yourself. Be true to who you are because you don't want to be with someone that you feel like you have to force to like you as a person.
yeah.
Like
or you change and then they like you and then you're like, oh, I'm stuck now. They're not gonna like me when I'm not like this.
Definitely just be yourself. Don't try to force anything and everything will come to you naturally. When is the wedding happening, sis? I feel like it'll probably be sometime early next year. We are just kind of waiting for like the venue that we want to have availability and get our financials in order because let me tell you,
It is not cheap.
it is not cheap at all. We started planning, TJ was like, let's just do it this year. And I'm like, okay. And like, we found a venue and then like things just started going wrong. And then I was like, wait, this is so much money.
Never mind.
I want to ask this guy out, but I'm too much of a coward to do it. Help me out, fam. Just ask him out. I feel like it's so easy to say, like, just ask him out.
It's so
but
scary.
like, it's better than just waiting and like beating yourself up over it. Because I feel like if you don't do it and you're just sitting around like wondering what would happen, that'll only drive you crazy.
And then what if that person finds a boyfriend or girlfriend?
Yeah.
And you're gonna be devastated.
Yeah, and you're gonna be like, shoot, I wish I asked him out. Maybe you could like even go on Bumble or something and like practice asking people out.
True.
You know
Yeah,
what I
get
mean?
those pickup lines going.
Yeah. A
Like-
guy once asked me how I would murder someone as an icebreaker, and honestly, I still don't know 5 years on.
What an opening line.
I love that.
It gives like insight to who you are.
I think, especially for me, with opening lines, I want them to see my personality, not just like, hey, what's
Yeah,
up?
yeah, that's so important, I think.
Because it's like, what?
Because
Anything.
everyone is saying, hey, what's up?
Yeah, like
Everybody.
say something, and even like how I did, I like related it to the person as well. Like I related it to TJ, like I'm in your picture, like,
Yeah.
or just like, I think the cheesiest things are always like, oh, you look so hot, like stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like just be yourself and like, if you just show a little bit of your personality, it'll tell you right away if like you're compatible or not.
Whenever I use dating apps, like if the guy was just like, what's up, I just wouldn't respond.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, okay.
It's so boring.
Yeah. You can say anything.
Yeah,
Like,
you could be like,
literally
oh, that
anything.
looks like a cool time that you were having in Hawaii in your third picture.
Yeah, it's like,
tell me
I-
about your trip.
Yeah. And like relate, like, oh, I was there. Did you do this? While you were
Yeah,
there?
like, oh, do you travel a lot? Like, you can literally say anything.
Yeah.
Especially, like, it's so telling if people are just, like, swiping and not actually, like, looking at your profile because I feel like the ones who are, like, do relate it to what you have going on. Or they should at least.
Yeah. Bruce strikes me as a very jealous type.
Confirm this with Incontro.
He's a little jealous, but not in a bad way.
TJ's literally, I try to do things to make him jealous. Not actually, but like
what do you
he
mean?
literally doesn't get jealous about anything.
Oh, so you like try to provoke it?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, are you jealous?
Oh, that's funny.
Not like actually, it's so weird. We had this conversation the other night. It's so nice though, because I've definitely like dated people who are jealous, but I wish that I could be that way too.
What do you mean?
I just wish I wasn't like jealous at all about anything ever.
Are you jealous?
Not like crazy jealous, but sometimes I'm like, oh,
Like,
you know,
like with TJ or just in relationships in general?
I think even like relationships outside of like a intimate
Dating.
relationship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm not like a jealous person, but I think there are definitely some things that I like get jealous of sometimes. But nothing like crazy.
It's like pretty normal though.
Yeah.
I think.
How do you know if a guy is interested in you? I feel like you would just know. It's so annoying though because I feel like, especially when we were dating, people do tend to give off a lot of mixed signals. So I think that the best thing to do is just ask.
I think too is he's being like really nice to you and stuff, but it's a little vague.
Yeah.
I feel like that says it all because he's probably saying it to a lot of other people.
Yeah.
Honestly, stalk him a little bit on social media. I think honestly, that tells a lot. And you're not like crossing any boundaries by doing that. And you know, it's out in the open. I do that. Like if I met
We had a lot of good stalking days.
Oh, we did. Honey.
Hit us up if you guys need any information.
FBI, hit us up. We got you. But how do you know if a guy's interested in you? I think like if you genuinely just feel he's like really wanting to know about you.
Yeah.
More than just like basic.
I feel like you can definitely tell when someone is interested in you, like a girl or a guy, and if you have any sort of like qualms about it, then you should like trust your gut.
Yeah, exactly. I just broke up with my boyfriend of 4 years. I'm generally really confident, but I just don't know what to do now. How do I start putting myself out there again?
4 years is a very long time, so I can imagine it's like a huge life change.
Yeah, just allowing yourself to be sad and like mope for a little bit is like super important. It's not wrong to feel sad, or it's not wrong to move on. It's not wrong to start dating either. Like whatever you want.
Yeah, and even if like you don't want to like date someone yet, there is always the option of a dating app. You could just go on and like have conversations with people and kind of get your foot back in the door that way. And there's like no pressure really. Maybe just like talking to people would be a good way for you to regain that confidence.
Yeah, or posting some fire selfies.
Yeah.
That'll regain that confidence.
They're swiping at you, they're like, damn, girl.
Yeah. What's the best / safest first date idea to have with someone you found through an app?
Oh, that's a good one.
I mean, obviously anywhere public.
Yes. Don't be, like if he's like, come over for dinner, be like,
yeah.
well, you could be a murderer.
Yeah. And don't let that person drive you home, I think is really important too.
Yeah. Even if like you're meeting in a public place, like if you want extra protection, be like, hey, like I'd be like, hey Carly, do you mind like getting dinner there too and sitting at like a different table or something, you know what I mean?
I'm just like, yeah. Like mine, I just invited him to a big group hangout.
Yeah.
Like that felt safe and very open, and if it was like weird, it's okay because there are other people around.
Yes. Also, like back to the FBI stuff, I feel like if you're meeting this person, like you probably already know their social media, and if you don't, find it. Look them up. You can go on sites that can show you if they have like a criminal record.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Oh my god, same. FaceTime or have a phone call. I mean, I think FaceTime would be the best because it is harder to catfish, I think, now on the internet with social media, but like you still don't know. Sometimes you can get a vibe of a person even through FaceTime if they're acting like a certain way you don't like.
Having anxiety makes it hard sometimes to make friends. What can I do? I guess it depends on like what kind of anxiety you have, but if it's like a social anxiety, I definitely think there are other ways than like just going out and like going up to people and talking to them, because that can always be like
intimidating.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
But Bumble does have like Bumble BFF or Bumble Biz where you can connect with other people and just like, I know it's really good for people who like move to new cities and like don't have really close friends there. And I think it's so interesting. And I wish that it existed when we moved here, because like you can put in all your interests. It's just like regular Bumble, but for meeting friends and like getting friends that way. So you can like literally talk to someone like via your cell phone and see if they're compatible and like go get brunch if that's what you like doing, or go on a hike if that's what you like doing. Just like gauge their interests.
Yeah, it makes such sense. Like if you can do that with a significant other, you should be able to do it with other people.
Yeah, and like maybe you can find someone else who has like the same anxiety you have, and like you can bond over that.
Was it weird telling family / friends that you met on a dating app? It kind of was. There's such a stigma around it, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't feel weird now.
No, definitely now it's more of a like, we met on Bumble.
Yeah, it's like cool.
Yeah, because people are like, whoa, you're like a, what is the word, enigma, or like
futuristic almost?
Like kind of like you're like so special. It's like, oh my God, because I feel like you saying that to people are like, that works?
Yeah,
like, oh my God. So, but definitely now I feel like I'm way more comfortable with it because so many people are like having the same success, and it's definitely like more known about than it was like 3 years ago when I first started dating him.
Yeah, I remember back then a lot of people's bios would be like, we'll tell our grandparents we met through a friend or something like that. And like, it just goes to show how weird it was telling anybody.
Well, this is a cute picture, and you're definitely telling not only Zane, but everyone else on the app that he's your dream dinner guest.
Yeah.
Also, like, with pictures, it's definitely good to kind of give a sense of who you are and, like, the things you like to do. Not just, like,
Selfie,
like this close to your face where, like, no one can really, like, gauge your interests.
I also think it's really important to have the first picture, just, like, a picture of just you, like, maybe even a close-up picture just for the first one, just so it's like, okay, this is who it is. Because I've seen before, people have them and someone else in a lot of their pictures, so it's hard to tell who it is that you're talking to. And don't have your ex, I've seen with, like, guys on there with another girl, and it's like, is your sister? Or, like, what are you doing here? Okay, well, I hope we answered some of your questions, and
I hope you guys got to know us a little bit better. I know that you may not know our full stories, so that's pretty much it. Also, thank you so much again to Bumble for sponsoring this video. I'm so happy that they did. We love Bumble. We stan Bumble. So be sure to check out the link in our description to download Bumble. Don't worry, ladies, you won't get any unsolicited dick pics or anything
or
crazy.
Degrading comments or anything.
Yeah.
Bumble bans those people immediately, so it's a really safe place.
Also, if you're in a relationship and you just want some new friends or a place to network, the Bumble community has a place for you.
A safe place.
A nice, safe place. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and download Bumble, and we'll see you on Tuesday.